Hello all, and welcome back to Chreos Gaming. I am continuing my playthrough of Morrowind in the main questline. We have gathered information from informants in various locations for Khajit Thief and learned about information regarding the Nerevarine cult and the Sixth House cult related to the history of the Dunmer in Morrowind. There is now expectation by the Emperor that Drolan may be the Nerevarine himself. So he at least appears, I guess is probably a better way of putting it, to match the prophecies related to the Nerevarine. Khajit himself is somewhat, what is the word, skeptical, but believes that, and so where I'm heading now is Fort Monmouth, but believes that it is important to obey the Emperor's orders and treat this as if it might be significant. So, related to that, he has tasked Drolan with heading out to the, what was the name? And where? Oh, Fort Monmouth right there, but not right there. Heading out to the Urshalaku camp to talk to the leaders of the Nerevarine cult and gain information from them. But before doing so, has also asked that I go to the Monmouth Legion fort and talk to quartermasters here, whose names, of course, I have forgotten, to gain equipment. Urla, what if I ask you about the blades? The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're everywhere, but no one knows who they are. Okay. What about the Nerevarine? It's the reincarnation of some dark elven hero. It's supposed to come and drive the Empire out of Morrowind. Just some local superstition, but the temple says it's wicked and evil. You'll be very sorry if you talk about it with the priests and temple guard. Okay, I don't think there's... I don't know what I'm supposed to ask you at that point, but alright. See, you give potions.
Is it necessary that you speak?
I don't know you. What do you want? What if I ask about the blades? The blades are the Emperor's spies. They're everywhere, but no one knows who they are. Alright. So I need to ask about a specific thing then to get... What if I ask you about the Nerevarine? You say the same thing. Okay. If I ask you about rules? Uphold the law of the Empire. Praise the glory of the Emperor. Follow the orders of your superiors. Never assault a member of the Legion. So that was apparently the rules for the Legion, which just hadn't been what I was asking for. How do I ask you? Don't want to join the Imperial Legion. Do I have to get my rep with you up to be able to get... Can I ask about Khajit Thief? No. This is weird, because I don't remember if Amari Shireen was one of them, but I would expect so.
Look in your journal.
He didn't say in my journal.
You didn't say in your journal?
Well, no, the journal didn't keep it.
Oh, that's sad.
That is sad, since it means I have to remember, and we know I'm not good at that. Huh. I guess I can just keep running around and talking to people. And both of them were two named people. I remember that. You know what? You look kind of like Khajit with hair. Welcome. Can I tell you about the Imperial cult? We invite you to become a lay member. No, thank you. What about the blades? The blades are the Emperor's spies. Yeah. Necromancy requirements. Serrano, Tomb, Skooma, Solsheim, Shujama. No. Paragon. Yeah, he's saying the same thing. Huh.
Maybe it wasn't here. Maybe
Oh,
it's
I thought he said Fort Monmouth. Yep. That's an awful lot of gold. This goes into... Oh, hey, speaking of a lot of gold. Because that was the prison towers. Yeah, Chreos doesn't sound right. Blades, he says the same thing. That seems goofy. Larius Faro? Maybe? I'm Larius Fario, Legion Champion of Fort Monmouth. I've been hoping you might come by. I've got some work for you if you're interested. Not at the moment. Blades? Emperor's spies. Blah, blah, blah. Nerevarine. It's the reincarnation? Nope. And I'm not going to ask you about work.
Come on, I haven't got all day, you know.
That goes back to the prison towers. Alright, well, that's what I get for not paying attention. Rad Hard Heart. Definitely not Rad Hard Heart. That I would have remembered. Okay, give me just a moment. Okay, so he does actually, it is in my notes, I just had to find the right thing. Essential supplies. I am supposed to talk to Chreos. Okay, so it was Chreos, Pontanian, and Sul-Matuul Vunis. Okay, so now I just have to figure out what the correct prompt is to get them to hand stuff over.
Yes?
And of course, find the right people. Alright, can I tell you about the Imperial cult? We invite you to become a lay member. No, you cannot.
Essential supplies.
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Thank you. Essential supplies. Blessings and barriers always come in handy. Purity of body sets you up amazingly in a fight. And of course, divine intervention gets you safe to an Imperial cult shrine when all else fails. Here, they're paid for. Now, I don't know your budget, but you might also want to browse my selection of scrolls to suit your own personal style. So divine intervention, second barrier, warrior's blessing, and purity of body. Okay. Well, goodbye. So that was Chreos. Now the other one was... I don't remember again. Dang it. Options. E. Essential supplies. Oh, wow. Okay, so apparently I didn't read all of that. It dropped me to the bottom. Sul-Matuul Vunis. I don't remember where Sul-Matuul was, so... do some additional... You are not. No, you are. Oh, okay. Well, then, now essential supplies. Okay, yeah, so it drops it quite a bit. Yes, Caius said a friend was heading into the backcountry and would need some potions. I've given you cures and fortifies or fortifics. I'm not sure which. There's no charge. Fortifies, probably. But if you'll take my advice, and you can afford it, stock up on the cures. There's no Imperial cult cure altars north of Aldrune. The one at Nissus is far to the west, and we've heard many recent reports of diseased creatures and blighted creatures in the northern wilds. So I have 2 potions of cure common disease, 2 potions of cure blight, cheap potion of fortify, and fortify. Okay, so that works well. Awesome. And now that I am outfitted for the journey to, oh, what was it called? Urshalaku camp. I will make my way there, so I'll cut out here and cut back in when I get to the camp itself, because I'm just going to follow Caius' suggestion. I'm going to take the Silt Strider to Aldrune, then from Aldrune to, what is the name of that town? Margon, and from Margon back, or then from Margon I'll hoof it till I find the camp. So, I'll be back. Alright, well, the Ashlands are living up to their name, but I have found Urshalaku camp, which I had been to before. Now I have to find either the Wise Woman or the warrior leader. That, of course, would require that I remember their names. And this is me, so of course I don't. Let's go to the journal. So I'm looking for Sul-Matuul or Nibani Mesa. Alright, well, Wise Woman's yurt. So, in we go. Nibani Mesa, yep. You are in the wrong place, Outlander. Leave. Now. Oh, what if I ask about Nerevarine prophecies? What is your response? This is not a matter for idle talk with strangers. Why should I trust you, Outlander? What about thoughtful gift? Do you want to offer me a gift? Good. I am not proud. I like gold. This is the custom you Outlanders call a bribe, yes? Okay. Urshalaku. The Urshalaku are the Ashlanders of the Northern Ashlands and the West Gash. I am the wise woman of the Urshalaku, and Ashkan Sul-Matuul is our chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector of the Nerevarine cult. Well, since you say you will just accept bribes, what about 100 gold? You're too kind, Drolan. I can't refuse such a friendly gesture. Let's do that once more. That gets me up to 72. Alright. Now, what happens if I ask you about Nerevarine prophecies? What does an Outlander have to say to an Urshalaku of the Nerevarine prophecy? Say I fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies and wish to speak to Sul-Matuul in Nibani Mesa. Say I know little and am curious. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? Let's just be forthright. Alright. I do not believe what I am hearing. You think you are the Nerevarine, and you wish to speak to Sul-Matuul and Nibani Mesa. You do not look like the Nerevarine, but you do not speak like a fool or a madman. This is a puzzle. I tell you, go speak with Zabamund and in his yurt. He is a Gulakan, Sul-Matuul's champion, and he will decide what is right. If Zabamund gives you permission, then you may enter the Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sul-Matuul. Alright, and of course I forgot those names already. Zabamund. So I have to go find Zabamund's yurt. Interesting that they're pretty much just that open to a bribe, but that's something or other's yurt. I suppose I could look at my map. Local, please. That's the Ashkan's yurt, and Zabamund's yurt is right next to it. That is reasonable. Okay, so in here, which one of these? Zabamund's yurt. Okay. Talk, Outlander. Speak with respect, and I will listen. Alright, what about thoughtful gift? It is our custom among strangers. We honor this custom with gold. Yeah, that's fair. What about the Nerevarine prophecies? The Nerevarine prophecies are not for Outlanders. Why should Sul-Matuul and Nibani Mesa speak to you about these things? Who are you that we should trust you? Offer to fight a duel to the death for the right to speak to Sul-Matuul. Boast of my worthy deeds and demand the right to speak to Sul-Matuul. Tell all I have learned of the 6th house in the Nerevarine and ask humbly to speak to Sul-Matuul. Offer to pay a tribute. See, the thing was, can I just say that she said to come talk to you? Like, that's not quite what I was after. Alright, I don't really want to boast of my worthy deeds. The whole point is, I'm going to say, tell all I have learned of the 6th house in the Nerevarine and ask humbly to speak with Sul-Matuul. All of that may be true, and I'm sure you think it is very important, but it has nothing to do with us, at least not the way you tell it. I'm sorry, but I will not let you bother Sul-Matuul or Nibani Mesa with all of this. Alright, well, offer to pay 200 gold. Yes, a gift of 200 gold coins. That is an earnest proof of your respect. Yes, I believe you should speak to our Ashkan. Perhaps he will be angry with me, but I think I can bear that. Go to the Ashkan's yurt and speak with Sul-Matuul, ask him your questions, and tell him I have sent you. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Basically, it's just expensive. Not a big deal then. That's his yurt, so this should be Ashkan. Yep. Right. You are Sul-Matuul. Excuse me, sir. So, my champion Zabamund has sent you to talk with me about the Nerevarine prophecies. Then go ahead, Drolan, talk. I am very curious. Right, well, what about the Nerevarine prophecies? You think you fulfill the Nerevarine prophecies. You wish to be tested to see if you are the Nerevarine. No Outlander may join the Nerevarine cult. If you were a clan friend, an adopted member of the Ashlander tribes, then perhaps. I have an initiation rite in mind. If you pass this rite, I will adopt you as a clan friend of the Ashlanders, and then I will submit you to Nambani Mesa, our wise woman who is skilled in oracles and mysteries, and who will test you against the prophecies. Alright then, what is your initiation rite? To be adopted into the tribe, you must undergo a harrowing. In a harrowing, you will be judged by the spirits and ancestors to see if you are worthy. Go to the Urshalaku burial caverns and fetch me Sul-Matuul's bonebiter bow. Sul-Matuul was my father, and his spirit guards his bone mold longbow deep in the burial caverns. Return to me with this bow, and I will adopt you into the Ashlander tribes as a clan friend. Alright, so what is this about the Urshalaku burial caverns? Where are they? The burial caverns lie to the southeast of the camp, a north-facing door in a little hill halfway between us and the slopes of Red Mountain. Go north from the camp to the water, then turn east. At a rock cairn on the beach, turn and head straight south until you find the door. The spirits of our ancestors guard the caverns. They will attack and will kill you if they can. Force your way past them or evade them. Get the bow and return to prove your worthiness. Okay, so up to the water, east to a cairn, due south at the cairn to the door. All right, and then since Red Mountain's highlighted, what do you say about Red Mountain, or is it just that this is like a wiki and it highlights data? Red Mountain is the great mountain of fire in the center of Vardenfell. The outer slopes are steep and rugged, and the crater is deep and filled with burning rock. Beasts and servants of the devil, Dagoth-Ur, live on Red Mountain. The settled people built a magical barrier called Ghost Fence to keep the evils inside. Within the Ghost Fence, rain never falls and the sun never shines. The only weather is the red and deadly ash blight. Fair enough. Alright. Well then, now I have to go find a cave. Well, a burial cave. I will cut out here and cut back in when I have found it. Alright, so here is the burial mound. It was actually fairly straight south of, and I can't scroll that high, anyway, of a pile of stones on the coast that he was, as he mentioned. Okay, so now I have to worry about getting past ancestors. I don't know if those are enemies or just statues, but I'm going to see if I can avoid everything and just find the bow via sneakiness. Now rats on the other hand, I'll kill rats, but I'm going to try and avoid killing ghosts, although I don't know that I really need to.
So you're going to kill the pets of the ancestors?
Yes, I am. Glad we understand each other. I'm also going to kill the walking skeletons.
Those are pets too.
Maybe. They may also be parts of the ancestors, but quite frankly, I don't like leaving living animated skeletons behind. Doesn't seem appropriate. And he was directly in the way, and it might have been hard to sneak past him. At least that's going to be my excuse. I was expecting more, like, spirits and casters than skeletons, frankly. This seems kind of surprising that this is what they have as far as what's here. Those are different. Alright, so... That's the Karma Burial. It looks like I have to potentially try and run and jump it. Or do I try and jump it from that side? Well, let's see what happens. That didn't work. It feels stuck. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be a problem. Well, crap it. I don't think I was supposed to fit here. Alright then. Looks like I'm going to load it and come back in when I get back to this point. Alright, so I'm back and I've quick saved it. I do have the wizard staff, which will give me rising force, but I don't want to have to... I want to see if I can do this without it, just to... Not like that, I can't. Alright. Now the question is, how do I get out of the water now? Because I think what I'm supposed to do is walk up this, but I think that's part of what got me stuck. Yeah, okay, that worked. Yeah, my jump... Dang it, I just did the... No, I didn't do the same thing again. Okay, good. No, I do have... I think I have a magic item that also gives me feather. And feather's going to be... Yeah, my jump's not great. So let's see if feather works with just running off. Alright, magic item. Something of feather, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you had an amulet of slow falling.
Amulet of slow falling, yes. That's probably going to be it. Okay, so... That worked.
Yay!
And I can sneak, which I cannot do if I am using rising force. So, amulet of feather, or not amulet of feather, amulet of slow falling was effective. So that's basically the same as using a scroll of feather fall or a... Oh, what else is it? Potion of feather, those type of things. So I don't feel like it was... I mean, granted, using the wizard staff isn't much different than using a rising force potion or scroll either, but I did still want to attempt that. Alright, this is interesting. I'm gonna beat this guy up. And then I think I'm gonna have to jump from stone to stone, to get through here, but I'm gonna quick save it back away from these guys just in case they turn out to be animated statues and not just decorative statues, so that I am out of their view, hopefully. And then we can do the jumping puzzle in the first person role-playing game, which ought not to have jumping puzzles. They're just goofy in games like this, but whatever. Are you the last person who tried this? If so, are there traps that I need to be aware of? That looks like a chest over there. This is a dead adventurer, so yes, you are the last person who tried this. Well, I will take your gold and your lockpick and your probe, because those will be useful for me, hopefully, in the future. But why are you dead? What am I missing? Don't know, but there's a chest. It's locked. I'm a thief. It just, you know, goes without saying that it must be picked. And the gold taken. Oh, wow. That's homely. Homey. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. So there's more stuff down that way, but the jumping... Why is the jumping puzzle here? There's also more stuff that way, it looks like. Yeah, what the heck. I think I can get back. I'm gonna... Oop. There is a rat. Looks like kind of a large rat. That is not gonna help me kill a large rat. There we go. Because it's not real clear which direction anything is supposed to be in. It was just kind of, it's in here. Are you a large rat or is it just perspective? It's just perspective. Okay.
Well, I think you could argue that all of the rats are large.
You could.
In the game.
Alright, so this is Laterras Burial. Must go to retrieve Bonebiter, ancestor Sul-Matuul. Okay. So this is not Senipal's burial, but that doesn't mean... I can't tell what that is. Maybe it's another one of the statues. Huh. Alright, well, up we go. Not sure what any of the stuff in here is. No, I'm trying to go up. There we go. Good, good. I was worried it wasn't going to let me. Oh, yeah, it's more of the statues that are kind of... Don't quite understand. No, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes, I am. Not quite sure what they're supposed to portray. Oh, was that a book? May have to check on that. That looks like a book. This is Fragile Burial. Huh. Okay. I keep going up. What do I discover at the top? Because I was not expecting this level of oh, it keeps going. What on earth? Kefka Burial. Alright. Are you the one that looked like... No, you don't look like you have a book. You look like you have something else. Can't tell what, but it appeared to be moving. So, are these burials of individuals? Well, crap. You gonna tell me I can't sneak this? Yes, you are. Had to jump up those stones. I couldn't just sneak up them. This said I could sneak up. And it still keeps going. Kakuna Burial. Alright. I mean, I'm going to go into each of them anyway, but I want to see if I can find the other one first. Now, granted, the trouble's going to be if they're just like one room and then there's no real reason to... Okay, this should not be a difficult... There we go. Is there something of use that trying to jump across those would be worth it? I don't know, and I'm not going to try. Juno Burial. Which is also not Senipal. So I'm not quite sure what each of these are. And we'll head in and find out. They also didn't say that I wasn't supposed to take anything else, but that seems... I mean, I expect it's probably implied. So we will see whether or not I end up getting in trouble for... Now, they did say, you know, either avoid or kill the ancestors, so I don't feel bad about beating up the skeletons. But I wonder if I find, like, good weapons or armor or something... Will they get upset if they recognize that I have it in my inventory when I return and talk to them? And what even are each of these doors? Like, what do they represent? Are they individual burial locations? That seems to be what's suggested, but... This is just an interesting, dungeon design, frankly. And it just keeps spiraling. Oh, good grief. Is that where I was? That must be where I came in. I just didn't notice that it was open. Yes, yes, growl, growl. So what you're going to end up telling me is that each of these is actually just a distraction, and I went completely the wrong way. If I'd gone the right way... Standard Fortify Magica Potion. Sure, why not? I'm not going to use it, but it wasn't bolted down. Journeyman's Armorer's Hammer, definitely. Because I have been using Armorer's Hammers to repair my equipment. Because it is cheaper to use Armorer's Hammers that you find in the world than it is to pay someone, and it's a skill up. Instead of, well, I guess if you paid someone, you'd probably get... Alright, Netch Leather Boots. Ooh, an Apprentice Probe. Don't care about a yellow... And I don't care about the Netch Leather Boots because they are armor rating 10, and I can't wear boots anyway, so never mind. I was going to compare them to the Dark Brotherhood boots that I'm wearing, but I'm not wearing them. I'm wearing the rest of the Dark Brotherhood stuff except the gloves, not gloves, helm and boots. Because beast races in Morrowind cannot wear helms or boots. Their feet and heads do not match the standard. Okay, I said I was going to leave ghosts alone. Unless it attacks me. Now what? Oh, Wraith of Sul-Matuul. Okay. Ow. Well, he attacked. Does the Wraith of Sul-Matuul have his bow? It does.
Wow.
Why? Okay, so what did... Would any of the doors worked? And I would have just found the Wraith of Sul-Matuul? Or did it...
You did go to the top one first.
Yes, I did. But what were all the others? Alright, you know what? Let's grab the... And are you guys holding stuff that's... That looks like a potion. And that says you're a mummy. That's concerning.
That's I kind of figured it was.
Well, they're sitting there nice and non-aggressive, so... Oh, they're lootable. No thanks. Dang it. Fine. It's probably just a soul shard. Can't tell. It goes by too quick. Oh, there we go. Common soul gem. Yep. And it has a scamp soul in it. Meh.
I don't think I would have taken that.
Well, probably not. I'm not actually planning on using soul gems for anything, so I probably shouldn't have taken that, now that you mention it, but oops. Except it isn't so much an oops as a, yeah, that was a mistake. It was an intentional oops, except the oops of it wasn't intentional. I don't know how you...
Oops, you did it again. You stole something you shouldn't have?
Sure, yes. We'll go with that. Alright, now I need to go find out if the, what do you call it? The other one with the book actually has a book. Oh, see? Alright, so these guys have urns, but each of them are holding something. That's intriguing. So it's like that's how they're buried, is they get buried with something with them. So now the question is it worth going through each of the other doors just to see kind of what they are and how this thing is designed? I'm going to say it's at least worth going in one other door and find out what's in there. And when I find the guy who has the book, I'm going to use the wizard's staff and go, dang. I was not sneaking when I came in. That was my mistake. I wonder if some are connected. I think Grizzy might be up there dreaming. She's meowing as if something's going on, and okay, before I get too deep.
This kind of in her space.
Oh. A Droog cuirass. Armor rating 6. Okay. Alright. So is this one going to be extensive like the last one? Yeah, actually it looks like it might be a little extensive. That also brings up the question, are there burial caverns? Like, there were structures in the cavern. Were those structures part of some building that just happens to be, like, that they buried underneath that building? Or were those structures, like, put in here as part of the burial area? Because I didn't get the impression that it was the same. Hey, another dead adventurer. More gold. More lockpicks. More ropes. Hey, guys, be nice to each other, please. Apparently, the cats have decided they're not happy with one another at the moment.
No.
They've both decided to sleep on the same, call it 2 foot by 3 foot area, and one is not happy with the other because of it. Or neither is happy with either. I don't know which. I don't want Sujama. I have not been collecting it. You're not holding anything. Why don't you have anything? Was your family, you know, not wealthy enough to bury you with anything? How does burial work in this culture? It's very confusing. Alright, so no, it is not as extensive because it stops here. Now there is also a Nordic claymore. Alright, well, that's it there. Hi, Grizzy. Hey, Soph. And Kenna's gonna go look at the window instead. Alright, so back out we go. Not a whole lot. I guess what it could do is if you were getting here, call it lower level, it would give you additional experience with things because there's more skeletons to kill, that kind of thing. So if you're doing a lot of exploring, it is... Oh, this is interesting. Oh, the door is underwater here. And are those shields? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah.
Because they almost look like wings, but not quite. Alright, well, in we go. Yep, there's more stuff this way. Okay. Well, I do apologize to anyone who is hoping to just go from point A to point B in the most linear manner possible. Isn't necessarily looking forward to an extensive... Oh, I stopped sneaking somehow. Not quite sure what happened there. Would you just die? Stop blocking.
Hey, skeletons have to work on their block too.
Apparently. That looks like a mace or pick. It's a firebite or axe. Okay, so it's considered an axe. Another dead adventurer with a Marison club that restores fatigue. I just really want the additional adventuring gear. Because I'm quite content with the armor that I have. Oh, Ancestor Ghost, yeah. I'm glad I didn't accidentally get seen by that. Might have something worth dropping, but needed to kill Sul-Matuul's ghost. I don't necessarily need to kill anybody else's. Alright. But you can see what else is down here by continuing on. Alright, so urns, empty, and lots of scrolls. Grey Scorn, NS Chastening, Invisibility, Trenas's Spell Trap, and Vitality. Interesting. Oh, plus a Skooma. Meh. And an Ancestor Ghost. Okay. I was gonna see what this one had up there with it, but you can't tell from here. See, the trouble is that might be another book. So I'm gonna go find out. Which means I might get in combat with the Ancestor Ghost. We'll see. Alright, Staff of Magnus is not it, it's the Wizard's Staff, which is this one. Which, that's not what I was expecting. There we go. Interesting, because I'm pretty sure you can't, select Feyfolk in one. Okay. Oh, and a chest. That is locked and trapped. Well, let's see how long this levitate lasts, shall we? Long enough to disarm, long enough to unlock. Yep. What do we have? We have an Origin of the Mages Guild. Why? The Vagaries of Magicka and a plate. Alright. Close, and then the Vagaries of Magicka did not give me anything. Close. Close. Okay.
There was something on the other side of that.
On the other side of the chest?
Like in his hand.
Oh, I see. A bone charm. Summon skeletal minion for 60 seconds on self.
I can stay there.
Yep, it can. Oh, thank you. Alright. And I did it presumably without annoying the ancestral spirit in the background there, so yay for that. Now apparently I get to go swimming. I'm gonna go get breath before I go back in there, because
quick save it.
Yes, actually that's not a bad idea. Because I don't know. Trouble is I'm still levitating. So I've been spotted by that skeleton you can see running there. Well, as long as I'm already visible, might as well get some more. Wow, this is not working well. Yeah, a little bit. Get some marksmanship experience in. Since it can't hit back, given its distance. And this reduces my weight somewhat while I'm at it. A little bit more. There we go. Oh hey, and it's gone now. That's a helm. An ebony closed helm, which is, I think I got an ebony helm. Glass tower shield. It's light. What's the armor rating? 117? This armor rating is 32. Oh my. Yes, please.
Yeah, they definitely won't notice that missing.
Correct. Because I replaced it. Hold on. Alright, fine, that won't work. And I'm guessing there's going to be something in the center. Oh, hey, another book. That I can't. The Mystery of Princess Talara, Part 4. And it gave me knowledge from illusion. Okay, cool. I will take that. Is there anything? There doesn't actually appear to be anything on top, though. I was expecting there would be. Actually, so long as I'm going to use the wizard staff, I might as well do this somewhat properly. Wizard staff is back this way, except what I want is not the wizard staff. Over there, it's the wizard staff. Over here. Oh, and it's not a scroll, it's right. I'll get some of my arrows back. Silver viper skewer that does poison. And his name is Wormlord. He wasn't just a standard... what you call it? Oh, skeleton. That's intriguing. Alright, so... yeah, probably getting more than they were really expecting anyone to, like, well, not the game developers, but I might be doing more than what I was approved to do by the, what were they called? Can't remember the name of the Urshalaku. There we go. But we'll see. See how much trouble I get myself in for doing this, and whether or not I have to reload a save. The Four Suitors of Beneta, which gave me knowledge and restoration. Very nice.
So the alternative is you just say, no, this proves I'm the Nerevarine, and so it's my right to take all this crap.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I suppose I could try that. I mean, it sounds kind of shaky, but... Alright, so no, it doesn't look like there's anything else. I feel like there were more doors than that. Oh, that's right. What do you have up here? You have a demon helm. No thank you. But it also casts bound gloves. So apparently it gives you gloves. I don't know. Alright. Back to the Karma Burial. And I'm having trouble moving. Okay. Right. Because I was in here, he's over there, and I was gonna see what was this way. I would rather do so sneaking, but I can't sneak quite yet. There we go. Now I can sneak. As soon as I'm out of the water. And I also need a better weapon. There we are. Because I see at least one skeleton. He's holding what looks like a polearm. Yep. Iron Sharp Spark Cleaver does shock damage. Can't tell what that guy's holding, and I don't want to try and look at it until the skeleton's done. There we go. Okay. Also, that looks like a staff of some sort. Silver staff. It's just a blunt weapon made of silver. Okay. Then you have... Uh-oh. I did not see a second skeleton when I was... Apparently he was patrolling. Okay. It is a silver spear. So one magic weapon and a bunch of silver weapons. And then again, it doesn't look like there's anything on top. So yeah, each of the lower levels were basically just distraction and or opportunity for additional experience from fights. And the primary thing that you come in for was all the way at the top at the farthest place you could get after coming in here. That's intriguing. Just, I guess I'm glad that exploring was worth it. I suppose I should have. Does that mean everybody's carrying steel halberd, a spear of light? Okay. Being a Khajit, I have the see in the dark, a quote-unquote spell, so I don't have to worry about that. But, all right, well, oh, hi, Grizzy. No, not now, okay. All right, I am going to get myself back to Urshalaku camp and come back in when I do. All right, so back at the camp, just have to make it back to the Ashkan's Urt, and I can tell him that I found his ancestor's bow, and then we will see what the next step is. Excuse me, Sul-Matuul. So, Outlander, have you completed the initiation rite? I have. This is my father's Bonebiter bow. You have completed the initiation rite. I name you Drolan, clan friend of the Ashlanders. Keep my father's bow and bear it with honor. You are a friend of our tribe and may rest in any Urshalaku bed, but do not harm other tribe members or take their things. And now I will fulfill my other promise. Go to the wise woman's yurt, and Nibani Mesa will examine you and test you against Nerevarine prophecies. Well, my rep is up with him is up to 73 from that, so that's nice. Wow. Right, what about the prophecies? Now that you are a clan friend, I want to speak plainly. I find it hard to believe that you are the Nerevarine. You are an outlander, but the Nerevarine comes to drive all outlanders from Morrowind. How could an outlander be the incarnate? The great houses stole our lands and mocked us with false gods. The godless outlanders steal our land and our dignity. The Nerevarine is the last hope the Ashlanders have. I will let no outlander steal this hope from us. These are serious words, Drolan, words of life and death. I see honor and merit in you, and am proud to name you clan friend. But take care what you say and do in the name of the Nerevarine. Now go question Nibani Mesa and learn all she can tell you. Alright then. Well, that means I have to, figure out where the wise woman's yurt is again. There we go, it's up and to the right, and it's the farthest away. Which is this one, I think. Yes. Okay, Nibani, what say you now? Go ahead. Do you have questions about the Nerevarine prophecies? Have you come to see if you passed the test? Do you think you are the Nerevarine? Let's start with the prophecies. There are many Nerevarine prophecies, and they suggest many things. Aspect and uncertain parents, the moon and stars, sleepers, 7 curses, the curse's bane, the prophecy of the stranger, the prophecy of the 7 visions, the lost prophecies. Ask me of these things, if you are patient, if you would be wise, or if you are impatient to know, just ask, do I pass the test of the Nerevarine prophecies? Go ahead, Outlander. I am the wise woman. Ask your questions and I will answer. Well, I'm going to be patient and ask a whole lot of questions. All right, so aspect and uncertain parents. If what you say is true, you are indeed born on a certain day of uncertain parents. This is part of the prophecy, but many have the same birthday, and many are not sure of their parents. It is interesting, but it does not make you the Nerevarine. Okay, the moon and star. Legend says Indoril, Nerevar's family standard, bore the moon and star, and Nerevar's armor and weapons bore this sign. Some say he bore a moon and star birthmark. Some say he has a magic ring marked with a moon and star. Others say he was born under a moon and star. In any case, I think the moon and star is the mark of the Nerevarine, and you do not have this mark, so you are not the Nerevarine. Was I supposed to get the moon and star ring before getting here? All right, what about the sleepers? Rumors say in the towns, mad cultists called sleepers are attacking people, saying that Dagoth has awakened and will drive the Outlanders from Morrowind. Perhaps it is just a coincidence, but I think it is a sign of the Nerevarine, not necessarily a sign that you are the Nerevarine. Perhaps the time of the Nerevarine has come, and you have come at the same time. This is not passing a test, but it may mean you have some part to play in the coming of the Nerevarine. Alright, 7 curses. It is another Ashlander prophecy of the Nerevarine. It is called the 7 curses of the Sharmot, but I do not know it, and I know no one who does. It may be lost. Such things happen. A wise woman dies or forgets, or a clan is wiped out. Perhaps someone knows, but is keeping it secret. Perhaps it is one of those many books of your settled peoples. I have heard that the dissident priests of the temple may have such books. Okay. That was 7 curses. Curses Bane, the prophecy of the stranger. It is another Ashlander prophecy of the Nerevarine. Oh, no, that was the 7 curses. This is the best known of the Nerevarine prophecies. We call it the stranger. When earth is sundered and skies choked black, and sleepers serve the 7 curses, to the hearth there comes a stranger, journeyed far, neath moon and star. Though stark born, to sire uncertain, his aspect marks his certain fate. Wicked stalk him, righteous curse him, prophets speak, but all deny. Many trials make manifest the stranger's fate, the curse's bane. Many touchstones try the stranger, many fall, but one remains. Okay, so many touchstones try the stranger. I wonder if that's a way of saying many of the prophecies don't actually apply, but one of the prophecies does. All right, so the 7 visions. The full title of the prophecy is 7 Visions of 7 Trials of the Incarnate. Listen, and I will tell you the verses. So let's see here. 7 trials. What he puts his hand to, that shall be done. What is left undone, that shall be done. First trial. On a certain day to uncertain parents, incarnate moon and star reborn. Second trial. Neither blight nor age can harm him. The curse of flesh before him flies. Third trial. In caverns dark Azura's eye sees and makes to shine the moon and star. Fourth trial. A stranger's voice unites the houses. 3 halls call him Orturtor. Fifth trial. A stranger's hand unites the Velothi. 4 tribes call him Nerevarine. Sixth trial. He honors blood of the tribe unmourned. He eats their sin and is reborn. And 7th trial. His mercy frees the cursed false gods, binds the broken, redeems the mad. 1 destiny. He speaks the law for Veloth's people. He speaks for their land and names them great. What does this prophecy mean? It tells us who the Nerevarine will be and the trials he must undergo before he fulfills his destiny. Some parts I understand, some parts I do not. I will answer your questions as best I can, but I cannot pretend to understand it all. If I say one destiny, does it just redo the same thing? No, there's... oh, good gosh. Okay. So, Veloth's people are the Dunmer. All Dunmer, Ashlander, and Great House. The last time the Velothi were united were with Nerevar at the Battle of Red Mountain. Now Nerevar will come once again and unite the Dunmer. He will restore Morrowind to the Dunmer and restore the former greatness of the Velothi people. Which means now I have to go back through each of these and click on... Okay, so 7 trials was just this, right? Okay, nope, 7 trials. The incarnate cannot fail. What others have tried, he will do. What Nerevar started, the incarnate shall finish. What do you say about Nerevar himself? Okay, in ancient days, the deep elves and a great host of outlanders from the west came stealing the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the greatest Khan and war leader of the house people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law and became as one of us. So, when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, one clan under moon and star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all the tribes joined the house people, fighting a great battle at Red Mountain. Though many Dunmer, tribesmen and housemen, died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the Outlanders driven from the land. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, set themselves up as gods, and forgot Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But Nerevar will come again and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises, honor the spirits, and drive the outsiders from the land. Okay, what do you say anything different about Red Mountain? Red Mountain is Great Mountain Fire, settled people built it, magic barrier, no you don't. Okay. All right, so coming all the way back up here again, so that was 7 trials, so let's do first trial. This refers to your birth sign. To your birth on a certain day to uncertain parents, just like in the Stranger prophecy. Okay. Second trial. I'm not sure what this means. Will the Nerevarine come as a spirit who is not harmed by blight or age? I don't know. But I think curse of flesh means the blight disease corpus, which causes terrible distorted growths on its victims. Perhaps the Nerevarine can heal this disease. Perhaps that will be a sign of the Nerevarine. Okay, that was... Yes, so third trial. In legend, there is a shrine to Azura called the Cavern of the Incarnate. There are secrets I may not tell you about this cavern. Do not ask. Well, maybe eventually I get to ask that. Fourth trial. A Urtrator is a war leader chosen when Dunmer great houses must put aside their normal feuds to unite against a common enemy. This has not happened since the Empire invaded our land. Alright, fifth trial. The Ashlanders are sometimes called the Velothi, for the prophet Veloth, who guided us to this land many, many centuries ago, and the 4 tribes are the 4 tribes of Vardenfell, the Urshalaku, the Ahamusa, the Zainab, and the Erebeninsum. It would truly be a miracle to unite these 4 tribes who have so long raided and warred with one another, but the Nerevarine must be one who performs miracles. Alright, so what about the Urshalaku to start with? The Urshalaku are the Ashlanders of the northern Ashlands and the West Gash. I am the wise woman of the Urshalaku, and Ashkan Sul-Matuul is our chief, a brave and respected war leader and warrior protector. Okay, I'm pretty sure I asked that earlier, so what about the Ahamusa? The Ahamusa of the Grazelands are mild and peace-loving. The wise woman of the Ahamusa, Sinamu Merpel, is also their Ashkan. What about the Zainab? The Ashlanders of the Zainab tribe are sly and crafty. Their camp is in the interior of the Grazelands. And finally, the Erebeninsum. The Erebeninsum of Malagmar love themselves and their weapons above all else. Their Ashkan Ulath-Pal is cruel and ambitious, and his Gulakans are just like him. Their wise woman, Minare, is cautious and reasonable. Seek her counsel. Don't waste your speech on the war cons. Alright then. And I have run out of trials. I guess I have the first trial. Okay, 4th, 1st, 5th. Which one was the last trial? 5th. So I want 6th trial. And they're going to be alphabetical. I am not sure. The tribe unmourned may mean the 6th house, House Dagoth, which was exterminated after the Battle of Red Mountain, but it may also mean the Dwemer, or the dwarves, as Westerners call them, and eating sin is doing atonement for another's sin. Finally, the 7th trial. The cursed false gods must be the tribunal. They are surely false gods, evil sorcerers and necromancers, and they murdered Nerevar, so they might set themselves up as gods. Binds the broken must refer to Nerevar's broken promise to the Ashlanders to honor the ways of the spirits and the rights of the land. Not, not must. I mean, sure, that's one way of looking at it, but I guess that's their way of looking at it, so of course it's going to be a must. If I ask you about a thoughtful gift, now that it's 100 of 100, you say, do you want to offer me a gift? Good, I am not proud, I like gold, okay, so... Alright, that was a whole heck of a lot of information again. Pass the test. Yeah, you know what? Sure, why not? Let's see what she says when I ask about that. My journal has been updated. The 7 visions has been added to my inventory. The stranger has been added to my inventory. Oh, okay. You are not the Nerevarine. You are one who may become the Nerevarine. What? It is a puzzle, and a hard one. But you have found some of the pieces, and you may find more. Do you choose to be the Nerevarine? Then seek the lost prophecies among the dissident priests of the temple. Find the lost prophecies, bring them to me, and I will be your god. Excuse me, I will be your guide. And take these copies of the stranger and the 7 visions. Now, I have told you all I know. Go, think on what I've told you, and do what must be done. If I ask about the lost prophecies, did I already do that? There are Nerevarine prophecies that have been lost. The 7 curses and others. Some are forgotten, some hidden, some deliberately lost. The wise women are the memory of the Velothi people, but it is a faulty memory, and we are mortal, and our knowledge dies with us. But we hear that the dissident priests of the temple study our Nerevarine prophecies and record them in books. Such written words never die. You must go to them and ask for these books, and bring what you find to me. Okay, wow, that's... Alright, so what's my next step actually supposed to be? Because that was a lot. Now I'm supposed to come back to talk to her, but do I first go talk to... like, what? Hold on, let me go find my quest. Of course, that requires I remember which quest this is. It's none of them. Alright. A cure, the jewels, an island, the Dark Brotherhood, death, gateway, house, Faro, mysterious killing, sleepers awake is what I got when the guy walked up to me in town. Temple pilgrimages of the 7 graces, I don't even know what that is. The drunken bounty hunter, definitely not that. And a patchwork airship. Yeah, so it's not any of my quests at the moment. So for lack of anything better to do, I mean, I do have to go get books and bring them back to her, and hopefully I remember that that's what I have to do. But for lack of a better idea at the moment, I'm going to go back to Caius, update him, and see if he has instructions. So I'll cut back in when I get to him. Alright, so back in Balmora. Unfortunately, on my way here, I died. I ran into a Corpus something or other and an Ash slave, and did not survive due to the amount of magic involved, and thought it was potentially an assassination squad sent because, oh no, you're learning about the Nerevarine and the Ash or the 6th house cult doesn't want you to know about it and that kind of thing, but it appears to have just been critters out in the wild, so maybe not. But now let's see what Caius has to say, if anything. Are you here to discuss your orders, Drolan? Or is there something else you want? Orders specifically. You've spoken with Sul-Matuul and Nabani Mesa, and from what they say, it sounds like you could really be the Nerevarine. That's just incredible, but I'll have to get used to the idea. Let me try to get word to Mara Milo. Maybe she can find out whether the dissident priests have any lost prophecies. But in the meantime, I have a very tough assignment for you. Do you think you're ready? I'm ready for anything.
Oh my.
Alright. Don't get overconfident. Yeah, I figured that might be the kind of the response. But it so happens that I agree. You're ready. But just in case, I'm going to give you 400 drakes. Before you head out, make sure you outfit yourself with healing potions, new gear, a little training, whatever you think you need most. And remember, if you get in trouble, back off, rest up, and go back fresh. Don't get cocky. I think this will be a tough one. You haven't even told me what it... Here's your mission. Fort Buckmoth sent a patrol to Narmok, hunting smugglers with 6th House connections. They found a 6th House base, a 6th House shrine, and a 6th House priest named Dagoth Garks, or Gares. Speak to Champion Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmoth. She'll tell you about the patrol in the 6th House base. Your orders? Find that 6th House base, kill Dagoth Gares, and bring me a full report on the 6th House base. Alright, Fort Buckmoth. Fort Buckmoth is the Imperial Legion's garrison for Redoran District. The fort lies south of Aldrune, a short walk from Aldrune's south gate. Okay, have I talked to you about 6th House yet? 6th House. A trusted informant says they're a secret cult associated with some strange events recently, and more important, my informant thinks these recent disturbances are related in some way to the Nerevarine prophecies. Okay, Buckmoth orders 6th House base. Champion Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmoth says a patrol found a 6th House base in a cave the locals call Ilunibi. However, the one trooper who escaped to report has died of corpus disease. Before he died, the trooper reported fighting with monsters and cultists, and something about a powerful 6th House priest called Dagoth Gares. But go talk to Reza Pulia at Fort Buckmoth. She'll have all the details. Alright, what do you know about corpus disease? I don't know much about it. I've never seen a case myself. You can get it from contact with the Red Mountain monsters they call corpus beasts. I think it's like a blight disease, only worse. It usually drives victims mad and causes terrible deformed growths on the body. I'll check my informants and find out how to cure it. In the meantime, just follow your orders. I don't know what else to do. Alright, so, after a lot of information from the Urshalaku tribe, the next step is to raid a base of the 6th House. So that'll be interesting, and that'll happen in the next video. We'll see if it's as long as this one was, because this one was pretty long. Thanks all. Hello all, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below. You can also subscribe by clicking the channel image in the center of the video. If you are interested in more content in this series, to the left is a link to the full playlist. If you are interested in videos on other games or topics, you can click on the channel name below the video to visit the Chreos Gaming channel page. Thanks all.